another episode of Real Life Movie Talk. It is your boy Chris.
Blockbuster Ben, what's Future POTUS back again. Adam Gruzs, welcome.
What's happening?
Yeah.
At this point, we need a new POTUS. Or just some structure.
Something.
Maybe it's not his fault, maybe. I don't know. He's coming off a big crisis in America, whatever. Let's work up as a country and get back to it together.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't care who it is. I just need them gas prices to come back down. I need them to bring themselves back to what I was used to. Even though I'm not driving. I'm still not driving, like, hardly ever. Come on back. Let's be real.
Well, it's not so much here. Barstool did share a video of a guy in Lansdowne filling up Tupperware containers.
Yeah.
That was Lansdowne.
I've seen that.
Good for
the
you
freaking
guys.
storage bin, the plastic storage bins people are filling up, trash bags.
There's nowhere around here that doesn't have gas.
I know.
Well, something like I think I saw like 11, maybe 18% of Maryland gas stations were out. Like that, but it was more down in like the DC suburbs area.
I work with DC branch today at work, and they said they had to go to like 3 or 4, or you can only buy premium.
Yeah.
But
Gleb drove Frederick Road this morning. There was nothing.
Really?
Early this morning, yeah. But I think since it has been rebuilt.
yeah, I saw people getting gas earlier. Too.
When I went to get the popcorn today, I topped off at that little Carol Fuels right before Old Ellicott City. They had regular, no mid or premium, and that was due to the pipeline shit that we were talking about earlier. I was like, damn, I keep forgetting our own rules.
Gotta drink if you cuss.
Yeah, but I haven't yet, so.
Good for you. Good for you. That's
what can I say?
Presidential of you.
Yes. Stay diplomatic, bro.
Yeah.
Diplomatic.
Okay, so last time Adam was here. He gave his top 5. So we're not going to run through all that again. However, we've implemented the Guilty Pleasure movie as well. So, Adam, what you got? Guilty Pleasures.
I actually had to think a lot about this because there's so many movies out there that I freaking love that they're not winning any awards by any stretch, but like that I just so one that I would definitely point to is Weekend at Bernie's.
Love it.
I love that movie.
I
do not feel guilty about liking that movie.
No.
I freaking love it.
Classic.
But like it's one
It is hilarious.
It's a great movie,
Yeah.
A couple others. Roadhouse was one that I was like.
No, but that's not a guilty pleasure.
I think that's a guilty pleasure.
These are classics.
But they're not like, I don't know.
I would say it's me kind of ashamed to say you like. Like, I've been thinking about it since you asked me last week.
Yeah.
Well, that was I actually called him and asked that because I'm like, are you talking about a movie that I like it's not a fantastic movie, but I love, or a movie that I'm ashamed to say?
More ashamed.
Both. I would say, and I said bring one of
okay.
each. Yeah, I said bring one of each because, like I said, when I gave the example, I was like Fast and the Furious, but I'm also not ashamed that I love those movies.
Well, no, I'm not ashamed.
Yeah.
I like Batman Forever.
Dude, that was mine.
Watch it.
That was mine.
Yeah?
No bullshit. No bullshit.
That's awesome. I mean, Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey were amazing.
So I love that movie. Like
Yeah.
I would say I like Batman Forever more than Batman Returns.
I probably agree with that.
Like I would go like 1, 3, 2, 4.
Taking out my man DeVito though.
That
was okay. Chris was not in his prime.
But I never found the Penguin to be like an interesting villain.
No.
It's just like,
It was even worse in that Gotham TV show, if you've ever seen
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It's so bad.
It started good.
It started.
I really liked the way that show started, but
And it just got
it
horrible.
Fast and the Furious itself.
Whatever.
but
So
like the opposite, right?
So that was going to be what you were going to say was Batman Forever. Like
That's funny because I've been thinking about it and I'm like, which one? I don't like telling people I like that movie. Perfect.
I'm not embarrassed. I enjoy it. It's not a good movie, but
yeah, I mean,
I'll take it.
Weekend at Bernie's is so funny and
speaking of that, that's another one that like everybody shits on the sequel, but I don't mind. Oh, sorry. I don't mind Weekend at Bernie's too. It's not as great. It's not as funny, but like I can still watch it.
The second one?
Yeah.
Like, see, that's a guilty pleasure.
That is, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess in some respects, the first and second can satisfy both.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Like, yeah. I couldn't tell you a thing about the second
one. It's not very good.
Yeah,
it's really honestly
the witch
not very
doctor
good.
like possesses them or something, right?
Yeah, it's
Oh wait a minute, it's coming back.
Yeah, and like
is there a hospital thing or like a morgue?
Yeah, they go to the morgue and like they perform a ritual and bring him back to life.
Yeah. Do you remember the Sunny episode where Weekend at Bernie's the old guy in the wheelchair? And then they're so shocked that it worked. That's one of the.
What you was saying? Oh look, I rigged it.
Yeah.
He's in a...
Oh,
That's it.
chill. All right. Yeah, good. So good picks. I would, totally also. But
I agree with
I
you.
kind of want to think about it a little more because again, I'm not ashamed to admit that I love Fast and Furious, and I think I have great reasoning as to why. So I'm going to think again.
But you also stopped. You have to finish them.
No, I've seen them all, and I will see Fast. We'll be doing Fast 9 here on this show.
I'm gonna go in with an open mind.
But I just don't. It's 7 where I'm like I love them, and that's where that stops. And then after that, I'm kind of like I still like maybe that's where it gets a little guilty pleasure-ish for me. I don't know.
Which one did The Rock push the torpedo away?
I think that's the Fate of the Fury. I think that's the 8th one, where the submarine comes out of the ice.
And they shoot a torpedo, and The Rock just leans over and redirects it.
Fate of the Furious is 8.
Yep.
But then Hobbs and Shaw is just like its own kind of a thing.
Yeah, and then 9 is coming out. That's one I did not really care for. I mean, it still had all the cool like cars and action and whatever, but I was just like, nah, it's just not the same without all of them. So I'm hoping they kind of maybe reel it in a little bit. 9, I don't know.
Do you think it's the last one?
I can't remember how many they said they were going to do.
No, they said this is the last one.
Okay, well then good. Hopefully they end strong. I mean, that's,
they're bringing in John Cena.
They are bringing in John Cena.
I'm willing to bet the next Hobbs and Shaw movie brings John Cena in to fight The Rock.
Because he's whose brother in
Dom's.
That's right. I think, come on, like
sheer body mass alone.
Dennis, whether they can body mass alone. That's what I was trying to avoid. A conversation about body mass, okay? We've had that conversation 5 times a day for the last month because we keep watching Predator and all you talk about is Weathers and Jesse the Body Ventura and how many pounds they can pass
It's important to pack on mass. You're talking about carbo
I
loading.
don't want to have this conversation with you anymore.
No. Well, yeah, but it's like, so Dom's got this long lost brother this whole time that nobody's heard of. I don't know. Okay, whatever. But I'm still gonna watch it. I
respect it. That's
whatever.
It's gonna make $1 billion.
People will go.
If you look at box office,
I'm gonna go see it, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Box Office Mojo, they're up there. Some of the later ones, I mean, as far as because it's just mindless entertainment sometimes, and action and fun, and I don't know.
Guilty pleasure, babe.
Yep, exactly.
Pleasure.
Okay, so let's jump into our beer and popcorn real quick. We got a wide variety of items on the counter today, or bar. So beer. I still have more of these Heavy Seas, the Spectrology Sour, which I enjoyed last week. Chris didn't try last week. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah.
Hits hard.
It's tart, right?
But I'm ready. I was ready for it.
Oh, because I made a big deal
last
about
time when I tried that sour, it was like, but after a couple of buzzes were good. It's weird. Some is like a sipping beer, like Miller Lite, you can drink whenever, whatever. Mm-hmm. But these kind of beers, it's like the first one's like, but after the third or fourth sip, it starts really getting better.
This one creeps because it's a 9%er.
Oh,
so
nice.
So a couple of these, you'll be feeling right. You know what I mean? What's happening in the glass?
Jack and Coke.
Okay, cool. Is that what you had last time too?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. But notice the glass, Heavy Seas, loose cannon. Boom.
Shout out to
still repping. Still repping. Chris also was in the mood for something else this week, so he brought his own stick syrup, not Miller Lite, if you can friggin' believe it.
It's summertime. I'm in a drink heavier beer mood. I don't know. Maybe I'm just becoming more of an alcoholic.
Cool.
Tough to say.
Coming a connoisseur on the show, but it's what is this? Union Craft Brewing, who we started with. We were doing the duck pins on here, so we're bringing back Union Craft here. Union Craft Brewing out of Baltimore. It's called the Old Pro. Dash of salt, touch of tart. We'll see. Sticking with that tart tonight, so that's cool.
Check it out.
The Old Pro, a salty old codger that spends his winters combing the beaches with a metal detector and his summers hustling the kiddies on the mini golf circuit. Always sinking the 18th and winning another free game.
Sounds real creepy.
Yeah.
Don't be hustling kitties at any point in your life.
Yeah, this is a wheat ale, so it's not heavy. It's 4.2 compared to the other ones. But if it's got that tart, I'm ready. I'm looking forward to trying this as well because I've never had this one. I've had a few Unions, but I've never.
I'll be honest about it. If it sucks, I'll tell you guys.
Yeah, that's what we like to do here, right?
Boom.
Our opinions, and then popcorn, Easy Pops.
Easy Pops.
This is a flavor that has now been recycled. It is the Wild Buffalo Wing. Buffalo Wild? It's not Buffalo.
Wild Buffalo Wing.
There it is. Boom. And last time we had it, I really liked it. I think it's got even. I had a few. I think it's got a little more heat on this go around.
Is this what you had last time I was on the show?
You would be the one to know that.
Really?
I don't remember. I'll have to go back and check, but
that's kind of funny
because I know I've had this before. I don't know if it was here or somewhere else, but I know I've had.
Yeah.
But
it's really good.
Oh, it's good. It's definitely good.
When I was walking up today, he was making popcorn in the back. The caramel, like I could smell it like wafting out of the front of the store. I was like, oh God,
I'm in heaven.
Mm-hmm. But see what I got. I got a candy bar, got some root beers. They got one of the best craft root beers I've ever had in the bottle up there.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's called Spreckers. I'll show you. It's in the fridge.
All right.
Yeah, it's great stuff. And they were busy. There was a lot of people in there. So like, it's nice out.
We're very famous.
No.
I don't know if people realize that or not. Mm-hmm. Did you see?
They're doing you guys. I mean, all the branding you're doing for them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. And then they're doing a best pit beef in Maryland now on some radio show. Stupid swagger jacking.
Stupid traffic jam Jimmy. I can't stand that guy.
Yeah, traffic jam Jimmy. Why don't you come on the show, talk to us about pit beef? And you know Pioneer's gonna win. Who was our favorite? Pioneer was yours, but what was the one we
Beefalo Bob's.
Beefalo Bob's is right now.
That's not even on the list.
Because they're an idiot.
Yeah.
Today's was Brian's place.
Brian,
it was,
my brother's work, Brian.
Rolling Grill versus Andy Nelson's.
Mm-hmm.
I like that they're doing them heads up.
They got a little bracket going on.
Got to be a little original. You can't just steal our idea right out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's great. Dude, when I saw it the other day, I even commented, I think, on Fox 45 post, like, as us, and I was like, weird, we've already determined the winner of this.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
this has been settled.
Yeah.
Just copy our links to the reviews.
Asked and answered. Asked and answered.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. We don't have the following that Fox 45 has, you know? So.
Yet.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know how many people are sitting behind the phone. Could be 50 people watching and we get one view for it. You know what I mean?
Fair. Yep. Okay. What you got?
Tomorrow, John's going to make an announcement on a new food thing he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was a refreshingly original idea.
Okay, let's get it.
I'm excited. And I'm going to let him say it tomorrow, but I'll tell you guys later. If you
Sweet. All right, I'm in. Okay. Well, good. We've covered all our bases. Before we jump into our movies, real quick, it was announced today. HBO Max announced it. Friends announced it. The Friends reunion is coming at the end of the month. Were you into Friends at all?
I used to be.
Yeah.
So I don't think it holds up.
Some of the episodes do not. Yeah. I will not argue that because I watched some and I start like part of me hates how they made Joey so dumb as it went on, and I was like, God, how does he get dumb? Like how?
They kind of bottomed out with him trying to speak French thing. Like, even I was like, all right, come on.
Yeah, but it is exciting for me to see. I don't think it's gonna. We were talking about it on Facebook today. I don't think it's gonna be like an episode. I think it's going to be like what they did with Fresh Prince. They bring the cast back. They sit have like a round table. They show behind the scenes. They show clips. They show this. They show that.
See, if that's what it is, I'll watch it for the nostalgia and then move on. But if it's like a legit episode or something, I'll watch a couple times.
Yeah.
I'll watch it for sure.
Here's my thing with Friends. I freaking love that show. And one of the reasons why is I just think it's like a perfect sitcom in this. It's all that I want out of a sitcom. It's 22 minutes of fun. It's just, you sit down, there's no political agenda, there's no social commentary, it's just 6 people, like we're here for a laugh, and that's it. And that's what I want out of a sitcom.
And it was good.
Oh yeah, I still think it is good.
It was huge. I mean, at that time, man, that show was like, I forget what the numbers were, the people that tuned into the finale.
Making $1 million an episode.
They were making $1 million. That was unprecedented at the
time.
And then they thought they were going to go on to bigger things. Hey, shout out to Jennifer Aniston, who did.
She did.
She made movies. I mean, LeBlanc had a bunch of stuff on Showtime. He had some shows and stuff.
I bet he wasn't making $1 million an episode.
No way. But at that point, they're dumb rich. You can go do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like, I mean...
And Jennifer Aniston has that Aveeno and Smartwater money.
She's got that. I looked it up. I forget what the order is. Because we had to rank them, remember? By net worth. I forget how it goes.
But she is by far and away worth
the most, yeah. I mean, Schwimmer's done some stuff. He was in the OJ show on FX, which was really good. He played the Kardashians' father, right? That's who he played?
He was in Madagascar. But Schwimmer's just... He wasn't a lead guy.
No, I would never say he was.
I see Ross. No matter what he does, I see Ross.
That's also the problem with them. It's like, how do you see anyone else?
But Jennifer Aniston, I think, successfully transitioned out, in my opinion.
I don't know.
I think Matthew Perry did too.
When she did Horrible Bosses, she was...
That was not Rachel.
Fair. That
or We're the Millers.
Christmas Party.
So we got two.
Christmas Party. Yeah, you never saw that? Where she's like the sister that's in charge of the company now. And
I know what you're talking about, but
no,
I do know what you're talking about.
She's funny.
Office Christmas Party?
Probably.
TJ Miller?
Yes.
I don't remember her being in it. So.
Oh, yeah, she was.
There you go. All right, fine. I'll listen. I'll bow out on that one. That's fine if you think so, because you're right. Man, Where the Millers at?
That was a great movie.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
I never listened to the song "Sweet Emotion" the same way again.
No. Hell yeah. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to mention that because Adam and I mean, we've watched that over and we grew up. We would just throw it on in the basement, like we were.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
So my wife, beautiful wife Julia, was obsessed with Friends. So was Jess.
Yep, I know. Eva is. I thought nobody knew Friends more than my brother. She still is.
Maybe.
You don't think so?
So the same thing that killed it for me altogether is probably what did it for Eva. Is The Office. Because you put them near each other, The Office is so much better.
I would agree with that.
It's not even close in my opinion.
Yeah.
And anyone's opinion that's seen it. Jess will say that Friends is better because she hasn't seen The Office. But what? I don't think it's close.
She's never seen The Office?
I guess not. I didn't know that.
Yeah. She won't even watch it. She's such a Friends loyal, she won't even watch it.
But they're not even like the same kind of show.
It's a different kind of comedy.
Yeah.
But every time she brings up Friends, we say The Office is better, and she's upset with The Office now. But
I think it's very difficult. I think it's very difficult to compare the two.
Mm-hmm. Not for me.
Mm-hmm. Like
The Office and
The
Sunny
Office.
are like the top of everything for me.
Yep.
The Office is a fantastic show. I'm not disputing. Like, I love it. And I will say this, full disclosure, it took me a few tries to get into The Office because I tried to watch it and I wasn't getting into it. So finally, I forced myself to plow through. And by the end of the second season, I was like, all right, I get it now. And
the first season is like, it's okay.
Yeah,
but
I like it.
It's fine. It's good. I don't hate it.
I think it's fine in the backdrop of once you know how it goes, then you can go back and get the humor out of it.
Rewatchability is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Michael was pretending that when he had to fire someone, he said, "Jim, pretend to fire me so I could practice."
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, bad times, I'm gonna have to let you go." He goes, "I'm gonna kill myself, and it's your fault." I was dying.
Yeah, that's a funny.
It's a great show. I do not dispute that at all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill myself, and it's your fault.
Going to kill myself. Yeah. It is no.
Classic.
You're right. Office and Sunny. I don't think it gets any better.
No.
But okay. That's it. We don't need any. Yeah.
Friends reunion.
Friends reunion, 2 weeks.
Yeah. We can jump into Movie Kombat first, right? Movie Kombat. We paired, or not paired. Pitted?
Check this out, though. First of all, you're throwing too many big words at me. Okay, now, because I don't understand them, I'm going to take them as disrespect. Watch your mouth and help me with the sale.
Hit it. It's a great one.
Yeah. Against each other, the 40-year-old version and Hot Tub Time Machine.
Movie Kombat.
I've been forgetting to put that effect on. But whatever. It's okay.
We'll get that in a post-production.
Well, that's when I normally do it. I've been forgetting. One time I couldn't get it timed up right. It was stupid. Anyway. Okay, so you want to do the 40-year-old version first?
Sure.
It's the older one. Mm-hmm. Okay, so came out in 2005, if you don't remember, right? If you're too young for that or whatever. Mm-hmm. Directed by Judd Apatow, which it might have been his first. I can't remember for sure, but I think it was. Starring Steve Carell, Catherine Keener, Paul Rudd, Romani Malco, Seth Rogen, Elizabeth Banks, Leslie Mann, Jane Lynch, Kat Dennings, and a very, very young Jonah Hill.
Mm. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Very, very big Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's pre-forgetting Sarah Marshall. That's...
Yeah. So, anyway, the basic plot is that, Steve Carell plays this 40-year-old virgin, and his buddies
find out. Is that where the title comes from?
Yeah. And his buddies find out, and then their mission becomes to get him laid. Yeah.
Funny concept.
It's a funny concept, and I just absolutely love it because you can see, like, if you and your friends found out a friend of yours, like, or maybe a guy you work with, right? Because it's set in like a Circuit City style. That's the vibe I got. Not Best Buy. I got a Circuit City vibe from that store.
I've been in a situation similar to that with a good friend of yours.
Cool. We'll talk about that offline. We don't want to put anybody on blast, you know what I mean?
He doesn't watch.
Oh, okay. Cool. Bastard. Anyway. So it's just, I can just see it though. Like in environments that I've worked in and like being around people, and it's like, you got like, you have your friends, but then you have your work friends, and then you go out sometimes, whatever. So if you guys were tight and you played poker together, whatever, and then you find out that one of these guys has never had sex, it's like, oh, we gotta do something about this.
They were like bags of sand.
Oh, that's one of the many quotable lines in this movie. And that's one of the points I want to make. I consider The 40-Year-Old Virgin a classic. I think
that is a funny movie.
It came out at the beginning of like that frat pack era of movies. So like, you know, so the only one before it, I think, is Old School. Like that was
Old School was 03.
Accepted was out first.
I don't even know if
Wedding Crashers was the same year. That was 05, I think.
You didn't like it? You never saw Accepted? Oh, that was fun.
Maybe once. It's like I think Jonah Hill's in that too, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking of like these guys. Like it was right there. It's at the beginning of when it all started, and I think these are the ones that kind of paved the way. Old School in this, and Wedding Crashers for the like crazy raunchy comedies that we all got when we were in. High school and post high school era, and it just
movies like this made Will Ferrell.
Oh yeah, and he wasn't even in this, but
but that type of
this kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean,
would you say Anchorman was when was Anchorman? That might have been
that was later.
04? No, I think
you're right.
I think that was before this. I think that was like 04.
It's Old School, Anchorman, and then this. Anchorman was 04. I'm pretty sure. Right.
Talladega Nights came a couple years later. That was like
that was later, and then you had Wedding. Superbad was 07, and then fast forward to the other one, Hot Tub Time Machine. That's 2010, and they're more, but like those are the bigger ones that are standing out in my mind right now. But yeah, I absolutely love this movie, and I do consider I've quoted and like. Reference this one more than the other one. This is one that my friends and I loved, and there are so many things about it that like we reference all the time. I mean, just I've said the Michael McDonald line. I can't tell you. If I have to hear Yamo be there one more time, I'm gonna Yamo burn this place to the ground. Because they're playing that Michael McDonald concert over and over and over.
Oh yeah.
Paul Rudd. I mean,
Paul Rudd's great.
He is so good.
We were talking about him earlier. From Sarah Marshall.
He's amazing.
So funny.
Do less.
He is.
Do less.
Pop down.
That's what it
Pop
was.
down.
Yeah.
Now you're just laying there.
Yeah. I mean, he might be.
He's underrated comic gold.
I don't know about underrated, but like, because I think everybody thinks he's funny.
Oh yeah.
He's just, and then. I was gonna say he was never really a leading man, but he is. He carries Ant-Man like crazy. So it's to see him. Friends was the first time I think I saw. I know he was in Clueless and some old stuff, but I don't remember him from that. I think the first time I saw him was when he showed up in Friends, and I'm like, oh, this guy's funny.
Yeah.
And then he just became like, dude, when he's filming his ass, he's like, you like this? Taking it down, like on the screens in the store. And then Jane Lynch, the manager, is just watching like.
Jane Lynch is funny too.
She is hilarious.
The other line I was going to reference is her when she they first all find out that he's a virgin, and then
are you at the poker game?
Yeah, and then like they get back to the store, and he's like, "It's gonna be fine." He doesn't sleep all night.
Oh yes.
And then everybody finds out. But then everybody gives their like advice to him or whatever. But Jane Lynch, when she walks up to him and she's like, "You ever heard the term, buddy?" And she explains to him what I mean. She is amazing in this movie. I didn't write him down, but the Middle Eastern guy. I don't want to say.
He was funny as hell.
I don't want to say Indian. I don't know what his ethnicity was, but he. I mean, the interactions between all the supporting all the characters, they were just so funny how they could just yell at each other.
Doesn't he say he's Pakistani in that movie?
Maybe he does. Okay, I don't remember if he did or not. I did just watch it yesterday, but I don't remember if he said what ethnicity.
Pakistani racist.
Yeah, he's like, do I look? Oh, I'm not going to do it. I almost did the voice. Oh, man. When he's like, Romani Malco makes a comment about him wearing, he's like, you see a fucking turban on my head?
Right.
I mean, it's so funny. And then he's like, hey, you still cover my shit Friday? Yeah, I got you.
Oh, turban now. Do you see any fucking turban here? Do I talk like a turban guy? Do I say, hey, Jay, do you want a Slurpee? You want a Slurpee? Fuck you, okay? I was born in Brooklyn, okay? My accent is a fucking Brooklyn accent, okay? Okay?
All right, man, calm down, dude. Look, you still covering my shift on Friday or what?
If I can keep this commission. With pleasure.
Coolin'. All right, Pop.
No problem.
So the line that sticks out for me always is when they're arguing with Kevin Hart.
That's my favorite scene.
He goes, this your boy?
Yeah.
That's my boy.
We rep the same smart tech.
Steve Carell's like, I don't know what's happening. Yeah. He's like, you getting shot up with him.
Yeah. Come back, both y'all getting clapped up. I mean, that was the first time I saw Kevin Hart. I mean, that's the first time I saw Kevin Hart. That's another note I wrote.
You didn't watch Soul Plane?
I don't know. Was he in that? Whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was the owner of the thing.
That would have been a guilty pleasure if you like that one.
Fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I mean, that's the other note I have kind of on this is that I crack up at that scene every time.
Right.
I mean, every time that one is. I mean, it kills me. And the whole time, Steve Carell is just like, "Hi, welcome to Smart Tech. Can I help you? You know, like, what can I do for you?"
This your boy?
Yeah, that's my boy, nigga. We rep the same Smart Tech.
You just got fucked up with him. Both y'all niggas gonna get clapped up when I get back. Both of y'all niggas.
What did I do?
It don't fucking matter.
Man, it's just it's a movie full of these one-liners, right? And it's raunchy, and it's like it's not for everyone. I've heard so many people say they cuss too much, or they do this and I do that. I think like whatever, but
those are just elementary school kids saying that.
Yeah, I think our mother was like, I didn't like, whatever.
I get it.
Okay. Yeah,
I mean, it's a virgin. Yeah. It's about getting someone laid.
But at the end of the day, though, like it's centered around this heartwarming story of him like trying to get laid, but he finds love in the process, and he meets a single mother, and they're great, and he's so good with her kids, and it's like this nice story of them kind of falling in love too at the center of it, and I really like that too.
Yeah. Who's the daughter? Is she somebody famous?
Kat Dennings from Thor and WandaVision, and
that's right. I like her a lot.
Yeah, no, she's great. She's when she was screaming in the bathroom, he goes, "What does he say?" He said, "It sounds like I forget what he says. She sounds like, but it's some high pitched thing." She's like, and she like screams out the door. Oh man!
And I will say this: we just talked about The Office, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Steve Carell is hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Love him. Mm-hmm. This is the only movie or the funniest movie he's been in my opinion.
Okay.
And it was kind of during The Office, so he branched out and decided he didn't want to be comedic anymore and went with the serious route. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have the face for it. You can't be that funny and then go, "I'm going to be serious." Yeah. Like when Jim Carrey takes a serious role. Like, just stop. Be who you are.
It's like something's missing.
We get you want more respect, but you don't deserve it. Be funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean,
well,
what do you think about it? I mean, have you said much? You haven't said much about 40-Year-Old Virgin yet.
I'll preface it by saying I haven't seen it in a while. I remember loving it. Mm-hmm. Like I think it was just a hysterical movie. But no, I find it hilarious. It's definitely quotable. I think is not to jump ahead to Hot Tub Time Machine, but I think this is more quotable than Hot Tub Time Machine. But classic.
It is a classic
comedy.
I think it's a classic.
One of those like defining, like you said, a frat pack movie. Mm-hmm. That just we grew up with.
Yep.
No, I think it's great. I think it's a great movie.
It is great.
We put the poll out on Facebook today, and right now, including our votes, it's in favor of the 40-Year-Old Virgin. Right?
But it's not terrible.
It's not. No.
Last week was unanimous almost. So
yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, it's just. I mean, it's tight though. I'm not saying I wasn't saying it's a thing. It's a close race. It's within two votes. You know what I mean? So it's just, and there might be more votes by the time we get off of this. You know what I mean? So it's just
winning and losing isn't a huge thing. Because it's when it's close.
Mm-hmm. Both of these movies are great. I think so.
Nobody likes landslides.
Yeah, and my score for this is 8.5. That's where I land on 40-Year-Old Virgin. I've watched it multiple times. I will continue to watch it every so often. I mean, I really, really love it. I mean, it's.
Your dick is my dick.
That's a good one too, man. Romani Malco also hilarious. Yeah. I mean, I don't remember him much after this. You know what I mean? I know he's been in plenty, but oh my god, when he comes in and he's dancing on the couches, and, so funny. Scores?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go 8-3.
Okay.
Very close.
That's legit mine.
Boom. Here we go.
Okay.
I'm excited to see what our Hot Tub Time Machine is.
Yeah.
So, respectful. Love the movie. I really do. It's great.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. When we did this, we want them to be as comparable as possible.
That was the whole thing, yeah.
Different movies, and it doesn't always play.
No.
But it's more exciting of a conversation when they're close, I think.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, Hot Tub Time Machine now.
Yeah.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Came out in 2010. So, I don't want to say towards the end of that frat pack era and the raunchy comedies, but it's more kind of, it started to, I don't want to say fizzle, but, it started to
they had their
time.
their moment.
The kid is like, he seems like he's part of the woke movement.
Clark Duke
as an actor.
Yeah.
I like him. It's weird. I don't understand him.
Have you seen Sex Drive?
Yes.
He's so funny in that.
He's like a sex symbol. It doesn't make sense to me.
It
But
doesn't.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that it doesn't make sense to me.
It's confidence. It's crazy, the confidence that, like...
He's like a chubby little kid with glasses.
Yep.
Just whatever he wants, whenever he wants.
Yep.
And I've seen stuff like that work. So, confidence, people. Confidence.
Yep. Okay, so, 2010, directed by a guy named Steve Pink, who I don't know. Another insane supporting cast on top of the main guys. So you got John Cusack, Clark Duke, Craig Robinson, and Rob Corddry. They're the guys.
Craig Robinson, another Office guy.
Yep. Sebastian Stan. I couldn't believe he was in it. I was like, whoa.
The Ski Patrol guy.
Yeah, the total, like, douche. And I was like, but again, that was before he was who he was, I feel like, you know, so
for sure.
But seeing him back then, I was like, whoa, he plays this like terrible ski patrol guy. I mean, it's awful. Chris
trying to stop the Russians. That's what he's been doing his whole career.
He's worshiping
every movie.
What was
Russians
those 80s movies? The Wolverines. What was that movie?
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn. Yes.
Crispin Glover from Back to the Future.
Yes.
Chevy Chase. Lizzie Kaplan and Colette Wolfe. There's, I mean, so many
Chevy
people.
Chase's cameos are funny.
Real funny, man. Real
Heard
funny.
he's a real asshole, and I'll drink for that. So be better. Be better, Chevy. I know you're watching. Be a nicer person.
So the basic premise of this movie is Rob Corddry's character at the beginning of the movie gets hospitalized. He's like exhausted. He comes home drunk or whatever, right? He parks in the garage and, you know, jamming out, drinks hammered.
I'm on my way.
Motley Crue, baby. And he gets hospitalized. So then his friends, John Cusack, Clark Duke is John Cusack's nephew, and then Craig Robinson. They were like they're best friends basically. So they go visit him in the hospital, and he's like, you know, I'm fine. It was an accident, whatever. And they like, hey, we got to do such and such. What's the?
We're taking you to
we're gonna take you
Valley.
Take you away. They think he tried to kill himself. You know, whatever. He's like, no, is that whatever? So they take him on this trip.
To bring his spirits up.
To bring his spirits up. A place they went back in the 80s. It was like the time of their lives. Yeah. And so they're there. They're hanging out. And they get in the hot tub first night. And through a crazy chain of events, they get sent back in time to the times of their lives.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So it's a wild ride. Like you said, what did you say? It was a interesting concept.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Original.
For sure. I thought it was, for being a time travel movie,
yeah,
I thought it was refreshingly original. Mm-hmm. Because, like, 40-Year-Old Virgin, which obviously I've never seen anything like that, turned out to be a romantic comedy at the end of the day. This didn't.
No, this was a bromantic comedy.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's same thing, different strokes.
Yeah.
But I love the dynamic. I love Craig Robinson. Put him in anything, please.
That's how I feel about Rob Corddry. I think Rob Corddry...
Oh, he's so funny.
He's so funny in literally everything he does. And he just exudes this confidence.
It's the fucking 80s, guys. Let's do what we want to do. Free love.
It's the 60s, dipshit.
No, we had like Reagan and AIDS. Just get the fuck out of here, okay?
He's so funny.
He is.
I mean, Ballers,
Great Ballers.
So good at Ballers. But yeah, that's the thing that thing that I wanted to say is that like they both have heartwarming stories at the center of these movies. It's about these three friends who have lost touch, reconnecting with each other and like becoming friends again, and
actually reliving glory days.
Yeah. It's like it does like pose the question, like, man, like what would you do? You know, like it's
back in those days.
Yeah, I mean and then you know, fast forward like I mean it's 2010. Spoiler alert, whatever. Like to the end when like they're like. It's time to like make the choice. Do we go back or do we stay here?
Right.
I mean, what do you do? You know, it's kind of wild, and the outcome of that is also amazing.
Yeah, I go with his decision. I probably would.
Well, he was going to kill himself.
Yeah.
He stays. He should stay.
Yeah. The rest, it's Anyway, it's
awesome.
I mean, both movies are hilarious.
Yeah. Funny-wise, humor-wise, they're very comparable. Honestly, story-wise, I like this one better.
I think we picked good ones. Like, I think it was like, when you picked this, I was like, what could be good? And I think we paired them up pretty
well. And I think Hot Tub Time Machine's a sleeper. I don't think a lot of people either know about it or give it the credit it deserves.
I would agree with that because I'd only ever seen it once before this. And rewatching it, I was like, oh man, I've just kind of been missing out and not watching it because I rotate comedies all the time. Oh, yeah. Wedding Crashers, Super Bad, Hangover, 40-Year-Old Virgin. Like,
has this made the rotation?
It will now because it's funny as hell, man. It also great quotes. The one I love that Rob Corddry says, he goes, I forget what they're talking about. He said, what talking about opportunities and what they could do with changing the past or whatever. Mm-hmm. He said something about like, or preventing Miley Cyrus. And John Cusack goes, preventing her from what? He goes, no, just preventing her. That kills me. I forgot about that line. I forgot about the one arm line.
That one arm line's hilarious.
And it's one of the best lines in the movie. That Crispin Glover's character, he's like the bellhop at this resort, and he has to he's carrying their bags, but he's got one arm.
He's missing an arm, yeah.
So he's like so angry, but he's like, and he's when he gets them to the bags are falling off the cart the whole time, and he keeps picking up, he's slamming, and then they get into the room, and he's throwing, let him rip off this thing, and on the way there though. Like, I think they offered to help him. He's like, I got it! He's so mad.
Yeah, that guy's a fucking dick.
Yeah. And he says, no, be kind or something. He's like, no, you can still hear. He's like, whatever, I'm supposed... Rob Corddry's line. It's his line. I forget the lead in.
He says, God, this guy's a fucking dick. And he goes, shh, he can hear you.
Yeah.
And then he
goes, here's what, I'm supposed to feel sorry because he can't... Or he gives him I'm fucking it up. What is the line?
He goes... What? He's exempt from common courtesy because he can't start a round of applause?
Yes. That's the line. Exempt from common courtesy because he can't start a round. Dude, I paused it. I was laughing so hard. Is that good?
Lemony.
Ooh, okay. I gotta hurry up and finish this.
Not bad.
But those are the two that like really stick out. But there's so many, man.
So in the original one, I quote this all the time. I say Great White Buffalo all the time with my friends. Great White Buffalo. Okay. I can't now that I'm married because it's weird. But when I was single, Great White Buffalo.
Yeah, great.
It carries.
Great line.
And they don't explain it. They just say it. And they have this box called Cincinnati. And they're like, we can't talk about that. Yeah. You kept up. And it's like a running joke that no one ever gets the punchline to.
Yeah.
And I think that's funny and original too. Like, you don't know what's in the Cincinnati box, but it's there and it's serious. Or you don't know what Great White Buffalo means, but it just catches on and everyone starts using it as if they're in on the joke. Yeah. We don't know what it means.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Hey, side note, we just got another vote for 40-Year-Old Virgin from Sean Phillips.
Sean's an idiot. Sean, don't respect your opinion. Mark Wahlberg's stupid.
Hey, Sean, you're welcome on the show anytime, bud.
You should. He'll come on to a review.
Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, dude, the other thing I want to say, the soundtrack to the movie, the 80s. It's killer. It's killer.
Motley Lou, kill it.
Motley Lou, I forgot about that. So like the whole, like you got all this like crazy chains of events that happen while they're all there, while they're on their way back. Like the night, I forget how much time they had. It was like a day or two, right? It wasn't a long time that they were there. Enough to like where they altered some things or whatever, but that was it. And at the end, the choice is, do we go back or whatever? And Rob Corddry's character, who had it rough, like Chris said, like he's like, no, I'm gonna stay. Like I'm all right. I'm gonna stay and try to do. He finds out through the spoiler alert. Yeah, John Cusack's nephew. You find out that Corddry is his father. Like you know, which is like you know, and it's a weird thing because like the sex scene is relived, and it's just wild. And
the son tries to tackle him off, and then he disappears because if he accomplishes that, he's not doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's wild. But and then the dialogue in that scene is insane. But he chooses to stay because he never knew he had this kid. He's like, I'm going to try this again. I'm going to be a good father. And I'm going to do this and that. So it's like. Man, yeah. So then when they all get back to the future, or the present, you find out he has made significant changes to our history. He was in Motley Crue, which was called Motley Lou.
He wrote all the songs because he knew them.
Yeah.
Lugal is my favorite.
Google is Lugal.
Yep.
He's loaded, and they're all loaded. All their lives are like...
better.
Solid. I mean, and it
explains itself well, too.
It did. It all like kind of...
For as crazy of the storyline, it's just done really well.
Yep.
What's another one of my favorite scenes is like he's fighting his bully. He's trying to redeem himself against the bully.
Yep.
And they're like, "You're the fucking..." I don't remember what his name is. Sorry,
Sebastian Stan. Sebastian Stan.
So he's fighting Sebastian Stan, yeah, but they're like pumping him up. Like, "You could do this. You're the something. Like, you're the man. Do this. Come on, one time. Get this kid." He stands up and he just gets knocked out. He's like, "Nothing you guys said worked at all." That was just... It was supposed to be like the glory moment, and then it didn't turn out that way.
I mean, it is. It's a great movie, man.
It really is.
The one thing Chris mentioned before the show that I was waiting for him to mention, he has not yet. One of the best parts about it is that John Cusack's nephew, like, they go back in time, they all transform into like their younger bodies, but he doesn't. He's just the same person. Like, they look in the mirror and he's like, "Oh,
shouldn't you be running around some guy's nutsack?"
Yeah.
Sorry, a little raunchy.
It is. I'll put an alert up in front of the video, like, "Hey, we're talking about two crazy raunchy comedies." You know what I mean? Like, we had the one that you, so we'll preface this like, "Hey, it's a little crazy,
a little on the adult end."
But dude, whatever. If you're watching these movies, you're loving these movies, you know what's up.
This is not a family show.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's a kid's show, as John says. Kid's show.
Ah, right.
But okay. I don't know about you guys. I can score it. I'm ready. I got an 8.2 on this one.
Okay.
So again,
very close.
Very close. They're both awesome, and they're both in rotation. To me, 40-Year-Old Virgin is just like they did it first. It's the classic to me. That's why So anyway,
I think, and I hate to say it, but even talking about it, Hot Tub Time Machine's got to be in my top 5 comedies.
Okay.
Yeah, it just is. As far as guilty pleasure of that version goes, it really is top 5 for me. But I'm gonna say like 8/8.
Okay.
Because if it's on all the time, I can't just keep rewatching it. But
yeah,
I love this movie.
That's what kept both of these out of the 9s for me. It's like I'm not gonna watch them anytime it's on, but like definitely multiple.
And I gotta think about where I would put Superbad, which is my all-time favorite.
In the 9s.
It's in the 9s somewhere, but it's not like it's in the 9.5 range probably.
Okay. Your score?
I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
It's a good score.
Mm-hmm.
Like both very. I would say they're both comparable for me. But I think Hot Tub Time Machine is just an all-around better movie.
That's what I agree with.
So,
I agree with.
Yeah.
There are probably more laugh-out-loud moments in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Probably.
But I also think, honestly, the comedy's a little easier in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Okay.
This one finds it somehow. Like I said, Great White Buffalo, it's just, there's no reason for that to be funny. I love it. And I quoted it forever.
Yeah. Well, that, between our scores, Hot Tub Time Machine is an 8.5, 40-Year-Old Virgin is an 8.4.
Oh, shit.
So, I mean, they're there, Okay.
So,
regardless, the votes went 40, our scores went Hot Tub. So, whenever, and I don't care, because again, they're both awesome.
You watch these movies, you win.
And if you haven't watched them in a while, go back.
Do it.
Revisit.
That's what I love about comedies more than any other genre, is rewatching those. It's like watching it for the first time sometimes.
Yeah. You forget about so many jokes.
Yeah, you miss so many jokes.
Even the jokes that you know are coming, you're still going to laugh.
Yep. The Kevin Hart scene, forever, is one of my favorite.
Yeah.
This your boy. This your boy.
What you just did right there?
Yeah.
I forgot how animated he was.
The best. I'm going to need that extended warranty for the price of on the house. He's so good, man.
When he gets waxed in that scene.
Oh my God.
That's his real hair.
I know. And he
wanted his reaction to be genuine.
And dude, I fucking hate you. I mean, there are outtakes. I mean, so many different lines that were said there. The bloopers for 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah, great.
Oh my God.
And he started bleeding. If you saw it, like that's real. That's gotta hurt.
Oh man. Okay, so there we go. Wrapped it up. Hot Tub, slightly edged out 40-Year-Old Virgin. It is what it is.
All right. I mean, I went high on it.
Yeah. Well, he probably did that on purpose.
Not on purpose. I wanted to go first. But
yeah. Okay.
It's one of my top 5.
No, dude. Yeah. Cool. Okay, let's go. Official review, Wrath of Man.
Yes.
We all went to the theaters this past Tuesday night.
Support your local theaters. I got stock in AMC, bro.
Support AMC, really. Let's support AMC, okay? Us, my wife, Chris's wife. Shout out to Bonchan.
I was about to say, Bonchan.
It was good. It was very good. The crispy skin on those wings, I like some of it had like fallen off the wing. I was just scooping it with a fork and eating the skin. Yeah. It's so crispy. And
the wing's juicy still, too.
Yeah. And the chicken is good. Yeah, I was surprised because I remembered it just kind of being mediocre. I only had it once, years ago. And I was like, oh wow, this is good. This is real good. So talking about going to the movies again. Spoiler alert. Next week it'll be another new movie in theaters. We might run it back.
Kombat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
good.
I
mean, I don't think I've ever eaten there.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's the best chicken wings in America.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I meant in the world.
No. That's enough.
It is the best chicken wings.
That is a bold assertion.
Yeah, we can't even.
We did a whole podcast on it. It is the best. It wasn't even close.
No. Okay, moving on. Wrath of Man. Wrath of Man. We went to see Wrath of Man. Brand new movie. Just came out this past weekend. Directed by Guy Ritchie, who some of his movies aren't great.
King Arthur?
But I love a lot of them, though.
Yeah. Yes.
Snatch, Lock, Stock, The Gentleman. I mean, that's the one before. The Gentleman's amazing.
It's one of the best movies I've seen in the last few years.
Yeah.
For sure.
He did the Aladdin remake, which was good for what it was. You know what I mean?
He did Aladdin?
He did the Aladdin remake.
Sherlock Holmes.
Love Sherlock.
Yeah. So
Robert Downey Jr. ones.
He's done some good ones, but then he's also had a couple that were like...
Not all of them, but yeah. King Arthur was trash.
Can't be perfect all the time.
Yeah.
Right,
and I didn't know that this movie is actually based on a French movie entitled La Convoyeur. La Convoyeur. I don't know.
The car.
AKA Cash Truck. That's what it is.
The convoy.
Yeah.
That's probably what it means.
Yeah. So it's based on that, but so Guy Ritchie and I think two other people that I think they're a writing team that I saw them credited together on a bunch. They wrote the screenplay for this, but it's based on the French movie, which kind of like intrigued me. I was like, I wonder how it is like the original. But yeah, anyway. And the plot. Hold on. Again, said it's brand new. It's rated R. 2 hours. Perfect. I mean, it was like
it moved quickly.
Tight. It was tight. It was good. So the plot, it follows the main character H, played Jason Statham, and he gets hired at the beginning of the movie at this armored car company, and then he kind of find out he has ulterior motives. So that's like I'm trying to dumb it down.
Before we get to the spoilers.
Before we get to the spoilers,
are in the previews though, right?
Okay, so basically there's a heist that happens at the very beginning of the movie. An armored truck is held up, and his son is killed at that heist.
Right.
That is in the preview.
That's all you know.
That is in the preview, but you don't know. Like, if you haven't seen the preview, you don't know, right? Like, you don't kind of know.
Which was me. I went into this movie.
Wow, okay.
I had never seen the preview, didn't read the IMDb description, didn't know anything about it.
I would have preferred to do that.
And I'm glad I did. All I knew was the title, and it was directed by Guy Ritchie. Beyond that, I went into it totally blind. Yeah. Now, knowing it was, Guy Ritchie and Jason Statham was in it, I'm going to be honest, I was kind of expecting like a Lock, Stock vibe. Yeah. But beyond that, I went in totally blind. Yeah. So it was fun for me to go along for the ride without, let them take me where they wanted to take me.
I almost wish I hadn't seen the trailer either because I had low expectations. Courtney and I both kind of had low expectations.
It's like a revenge story.
Like, is this going to be like real gimmicky Jason Statham and kind of meh? Which it wasn't.
It was not.
And it was, and that's one of the things I love about it. I mean, but let's get into this. I loved this movie. I absolutely loved it. And I don't know if it's because my expectations were low or because the movie is just that awesome.
That always helps. Yeah.
When we left the theater, I was like, am I tripping or was that movie awesome? That was a direct quote.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it starts out, man, you see this heist from the perspective of the car, like inside the armored car, which we talked about, and it's like, you don't see that. It only keeps you in the car. So you kind of see like a little bit out the front windshield of what's going on, and then the door gets blown, and then things happen, and you hear stuff, but you don't know.
It was like one long take that opened, like when they're in the truck going out, and I was like, okay.
The whole movie, I loved the way the story was told.
Yeah, I agree.
So my favorite parts about it is the way they told it. They show you the heist, and then they flash forward to Jason Statham being hired. How many months later?
I think it was about 2. Like, I'm not 100% convinced on the time, but if I remember right, like, there was the heist that happened, and they didn't tell you when. Yeah. And then next thing you know, Jason Statham's being hired, and somebody makes a comment.
They said a couple months ago or something.
Well, I thought he said, like, if we had been prepared last year, but then they flash forward again about 3 months to the next one, and then it's like, okay, now we're flashing back 5 months to
like
Jason
that
Statham's perception of the original heist.
Yeah.
So I think it was about 2 months later that he got hired.
That's the one problem that, like, with seeing it in theaters, I couldn't go back and, like, track it and, like, it was here, then here, then here. So when it comes out, I will do that because I'm a little, I think, lost on, but I think it's all within a year. It's even, it can't be any longer, but I think it's within, like, 6 months more so. I think you're right. Because it flash forward to him being hired, and then you start to find out his, like I said, his ulterior motives, and then it flashes back and then forward. It just kind of, it's great, but it's not hard to follow. That's one of the other things. Sometimes flashbacks, you can be like, whoa. It was not hard to follow at all. No. The story was so well told. I absolutely loved it.
And, like, even, like, the quote-unquote bad guys, when it told it from their perspective, I was
humanizes
them.
Okay.
It really did a little bit.
Most of them.
Okay, fair. Yeah. Fair point. But
Wonky was just a bad guy.
Yeah, he was a bad guy. But, like, but the rest of the guys, it was kind of like,
you get it.
Okay, I get it.
Well,
like, I'm not justifying it, but, like, I get it.
Soldiers are always good guys.
Yeah.
Even when they're not.
So lastly, for, like, my generalities, I would just have to say that, like, the music, like, it kept you in suspense the whole time, and, like, just waiting for the next thing to happen, and the gunfight. I mean, at
the end.
The gunfight is unreal.
It's awesome. Man.
It felt all of the action sequences were great, but that final gunfight takes place in a confined area, but it feels so big, and I absolutely love that. And I would highly, highly, highly recommend you see this on a big screen with a big sound system, because
IMAX all the way.
You feel. I felt like
don't get a rocker though. Get a recliner.
I felt like I was there, bro. I felt like I was there.
It was awesome.
I mean, the bass was beating my chest when those assault rifles were going off. It was crazy.
It was awesome.
You do have to hurry because actually by the time this comes out, I think
you got a week.
I think the new Saw movie is taking over the IMAX theater.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't think you have time. But again, even
see it on a big screen.
Go see it on a
they
big
got Dolby. Dolby does the same thing.
Yeah,
I actually prefer Dolby. That's my favorite theater at AMC.
I like the one we were in.
The clarity and the size of that screen is amazing.
Yeah.
But in Dolby, you can actually recline.
But I couldn't recline.
And the seats vibrate. The noise is so good.
Yeah.
The bass just hits.
If you get that, like, D-Box thing.
D-Box is the best one. Kind of what it is, I think.
D-Box is at Arundel, right?
No, yes. But the Dolby is at
similar.
AMC,
I just don't. Okay, okay.
So we'll figure that out. When we go see a movie, we'll check that out.
Yeah. Again, I absolutely loved it. And if you guys don't have anything else, we can just start. We can just jump right into the spoilers. Unless you want to say something.
No, we'll jump into the spoilers.
Go see it. I mean, that's
basically go see
it. It's worth it. Absolutely worth seeing.
I've been saying for a few episodes now that there has not been a good movie made in a while, and I do think this movie is good.
Yes.
It's definitely worth seeing, and I enjoyed it a lot.
And it's the best new movie I've seen this year.
In a while, yeah.
And following up on, like, the seeing it in theaters, it very much felt to me like a return to normalcy in the sense that I'm seeing a blockbuster movie.
A good
blockbuster movie where you wanted, like, to have the big popcorn and the soda and just sit there like, what's happening next?
Yeah.
Like, it really was, it was an awesome thing to see in theaters.
Experience in general.
Oh yeah, it was a great experience.
I didn't have all that with Mortal Kombat, and I wanted it real bad. Not that it was a bad movie, but it just felt fast. It felt rushed.
Yeah.
Well, you miss that when it just goes straight to streaming right off,
Yeah. Well, I went to theaters.
Oh, okay.
But still.
He did, and there was a reason they did all that. They didn't know, like, of course. And I think they're even reeling that back.
Next year HBO is not going straight to HBO anymore.
Yeah, they just did it for the time being, which I totally respect.
Sure. Buy AMC. Get your boy stock up.
Yeah, please. Okay, so yeah.
What did you find?
Chill, Siri. Stop
Spoilers.
listening, baby.
Spoilers.
So yeah, I mentioned already that I love the way that the story was told, right? So you get the opening, you see the heist 3 times. You see it from inside the armored truck perspective, then it flashes forward to Statham being hired, and then you go a little bit. A truck that he's on gets held up. Like, his goal is to find this crew that did the original heist because they killed his son, right? That's his goal. So then it gets to a certain point, and then it flashes back to the original heist again from his perspective now. That's when you find out he's a boss, like a boss of bosses in crime, in like the crime world. He runs his own heist crew. Yeah. And they are like the not to be fucked with crew. Excuse me.
That's scorched earth.
We'll get to that. Like,
just before we talk about that,
please.
I'm very critical of movies' gunfights.
Okay, me
because
too. You already know.
Well, you're critical in different ways. Like, I can't get into the John Wick because it's just too unrealistic.
Okay.
This kept it as if you could believe it. Like, the first time the truck got hit and he threw the bag and shot, I thought that was a cool
awesome.
scene.
That was awesome.
But then when he got to the scene where he walked out of the truck and there was a group trying to rob it, they looked at him in his face and they all just left. And I went, well, this is before the crew thing.
You're right. Sorry.
He looked at him right in his face and they're like, let's go, let's get out of here. And I'm watching and I went, oh wow, that's corny. Like, I thought it was going to be corny because I thought it was like, he's a reputation like John Wick. You can't mess with him. And I was like, I don't like that at all. But then they explained it.
When you find out why.
I was like, wow, okay. So it makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
You also didn't know why until he's back at the depot and he's explained it to his boss. And he's like, so you're telling me they just left.
Yeah. They saw your face and then they just left.
Yeah, man. Dude, that was killing me.
I thought it was a reputation.
In my head.
Like, is his reputation this badass already? But
I didn't like that. I don't like that, though.
Yeah, I'm glad.
No way you don't just take him out and get your money.
Yeah.
You looked right in his face and went, oh, we got to get out of here. I went, oh, that's corny.
So you find out that the crew robbing the truck is his crew.
Right.
And they're like, oh, shit.
Well, they thought he was like back in London or something, you know?
Yeah, they didn't know he was there.
Yeah.
But they explained it. In my head, I was like, this is where it gets corny.
They did.
But
So
then they fixed it.
That's the point where they flash back, right?
It's very rare for me.
Right after that. So
that.
they do the thing and they go back to the depot with the boss and they just left. And
So then it flashes back and you see the heist again from now Jason Statham's perspective. And you see like the guys that are doing the heist, but again, they got masks, you don't see them. You see the one guy's face that does the shooting, right? Because they're pro. You see them come in, and these guys are pros, right? But one guy gets his mask ripped off at a certain point or whatever, and you see Jason Statham see him, and it's like a whole thing. And then from that moment, you get taken to the hospital with Jason Statham, and then when he gets released, from that moment of release from the hospital, that whole, like you said, the scorched earth. I also love that they had like chapters in the movie where it was
That was
like
very Tarantino-esque.
I love that.
And reminiscent
but like
of
it wasn't
Taken.
Yeah, but it had that flavor to it, but it wasn't like a knockoff. Like with the non-linear storytelling, it was still like a linear thing with just a couple flashbacks thrown in the mix.
Yeah, it was, dude. I love that about it.
Very well done.
It's called the scorched. That chapter is Scorched Earth, and it's about him and his crew trying to find the crew that did this. Because when you find out that, like, oh man, he runs like the crew to the point that like crooked FBI is behind him.
And there's other crews that are not to be messed with, but they go and put the pressure on all those crews.
Yes, dude. That whole sequence, I mean, just the entire thing.
Because they're trying to figure out who killed his son.
Yeah,
and they want to know who was responsible.
Yeah, and just the way they weaved it together. Because if you remember, like, we're in the spoiler section.
Yeah.
Remember, he wasn't supposed to be there that day. Like, he was taking his son to a game, and they were like, we need the intel. And so they were scoping out this armored truck company.
Like they were going to rob
Like, they were going to rob a truck. And it was like, so he wasn't even supposed to be there.
And in your
He's
brain,
scoping them out. And then they jack truck, at least try to jack one of the trucks later after he's working there. It just... The way they wrapped it all up.
It was crazy.
They weaved it together so well.
You think for most of the movie, maybe he's being set up. Like maybe the crew's tired of him being a leader, like, put him over there, let's kill him.
Yeah.
You don't know if that's going to happen, but you think that.
His crew had nothing but respect for him.
Oh,
it was crazy. Like, you could tell. I mean, but side note, I skipped past all. I mean, the supporting cast in this movie, also amazing.
Yeah.
Holt McCallany, Josh Hartnett, who I haven't seen in a movie since like a decade.
My man been reduced to this.
Yeah,
I felt bad.
It was so like not his type of character. Like I've never seen him do.
Now good for him.
Yeah,
he did a great job.
He did. His character was totally different.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Jeffrey Donovan, Scott Eastwood, Andy Garcia is in it. I like the character Dana, the woman armored card employee.
She was cool.
Her real name, oh no way, Niam Algar.
I got you. Namagar.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. She's in that HBO show Raised by Wolves.
Okay.
She's a badass.
I loved her. But his crew, the two main guys, Mike and Maggie, those were the two guys.
Yeah.
Daryl De Silva and Babs Alusanmakan. I think that's how you say it. He was the second guy was in Too Old to Die Young, another real gritty show on Amazon. Good. But Daryl De Silva, he was also I recognized him a little but only because I just saw him in season 6 of Strike Back.
Okay.
He played like he was in like 3 episodes. He played his face was like familiar, but he didn't have to say about that. If that wasn't one of the coolest guys I've ever seen,
he was.
I mean, the white hair. If my hair ever turns that white, like the cigarette, the open shirt, the necklace, like he had it all.
He reminded me of a cooler version of Bobby from Sons of Anarchy.
I would say that. To me, the whole time I'm like, damn, that dude looks like Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Like he looked like him.
Yeah.
But man, cool. I'm gonna put his picture up because when I looked up his profile, I was like, even his profile picture on IMDb is like a cool dude. Like, like I want to hang out with this guy.
Like a hippie biker.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was cool.
But yeah, so you find out that these guys are like the not effing around crew, and they just go ham, and to the point they're like, but they can't find the guys that did it.
So just real quick on that.
Yeah, please.
One of my favorite lines in the entire movie. He gets back from the hospital. He's standing there. They're like, "Oh my God, I don't know what happened. We all feel responsible. We're gonna do whatever it takes to get this done." And then he goes, "And we've squeezed everyone. We don't know what to do." And Jason Statham isn't even looking at him. Like he can't even.
They're talking to his back.
And he goes, "So from what I hear is, you'll do whatever it takes, and you've already done everything you can."
Yeah.
And I was like, wow,
Woo!
that's a good line.
Boss.
Good line.
Yeah, great line.
And then they're like, well, screw it. We got to start squeezing people. And they get ruthless with some people. And you hear about how crazy the group is just by the commentary and the story. He says, if you're going to tell them you heard that from me, just kill me now. So you know the crew they're talking about is not to be messed with. Yeah. And they just stop it out. I hope there's more movies with him in it as this character.
Dude, they set up they could do a universe with it. I know we talk about it all the time, and it's real, like, gimme.
I prefer it to John Wick.
Okay.
I know you guys like it.
Oh, no, I'm actually not the world's biggest John Wick fan. So,
hey!
Like, real talk.
I pissed Ben off.
No, I didn't even mean like that. No, I'm not, like, hating on him. I just, and I would put this as a better movie.
Than John Wick.
Yes.
I'm almost convinced that John Wick is going to be in the next Fast and the Furious movie.
He could be.
I don't know. What was I forget? Oh, okay. So we go through this whole thing. They can't find him, right? Then it flashes back to the present. And then that's when you finally get introduced, I think, to the team that did the heist, right? And you find out it's this group of, like, soldiers. And they're like all kind of like down on their luck. They're back from war, whatever. They can't hold steady jobs. It's like a whole thing.
They're just bored.
Bored. Yeah. So you find out this is the crew, but one of them is kind of a little,
Oh yeah.
Off.
I mean, he gave his whole conscience in his left eye or one of his eyes for this country. So. What are you gonna do? PTSD. You'd be killing people.
Yep.
And they even make a comment in the movie like, yeah, everybody seems normal until they see all that money sitting in front of them.
Yep.
And everyone hated him the whole time.
Yeah.
So even though the rest of them were villains, he was the vilified one amongst them.
Villain.
Played by Scott Eastwood, who I thought did a great job.
Oh yeah. I like him a lot.
Yeah. Clint Eastwood's son. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah. Good for Clint.
Good job, Clint. Good job.
I thought he was good.
Yeah, so was so good.
So then when you meet them, then that kind of takes you through the end of the movie, right? Like, from that heist up through, I think, the final sequence.
And how he gets to the final sequence is also a callback to earlier in the movie with the, I'm tracking your phone right now. Like, wow. They do it all. They set it up for you. It's great.
Yeah, they really did tie it all together well. The only thing, and I was telling Ben this earlier, the only thing that I would have liked to have seen more of, and we wouldn't have needed much, maybe like 2 to 5 minutes. I just wish they would have fleshed out the relationship between Andy Garcia and the crooked agents and Jason Statham. Like, just give me a little bit more of that backstory as to why they're willing to be like, all right, well, let's just let him handle it your way. Like, I just wish I would have had a little bit more of that. That's my only criticism.
Well, I disagreed because I was like, I just took that they were the badass crew, and like the FBI, those guys are getting rich too. They're taking a cut, and that's what it is. That's just kind of how I looked at it.
I totally get that. Just give me like 2 minutes more, maybe, just a little bit.
Yeah, I would take 30 more minutes of this movie. Well, give me a whole nother fucking shootout.
Well, I mean, it was moving quick.
So this is where I am. The one thing I really wanted to see, and I like to do this with movies, but at the end, when Jason Statham's sitting there with his gun because he found the killer and he's about to get his redemption, I wish his crew was there. And his crew grabbed him and did whatever. Like, they don't even have to show him dying. Just like, he's about to get tortured.
Yeah.
But the crew gets to keep all the money.
Yep.
Because they went through a lot for Jason Statham. They didn't really get anything in return from that. They would have been able to wind up with that giant score.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know. They didn't really.
They didn't say what happened to the money.
But if the money went to the crew, then in my heart I'm like, well, look at that. You're riding for your guy. You get paid for it.
The only thing I think is that because when he does what he does and he leaves, Andy Garcia's there.
Yeah.
And he's like,
probably compensated.
He's like, is it over? And he's like, yeah, it's done. So then he goes and gets in the car with his crew, and to me, then it was like, all right, back to business. Like, he's about to just pick right back up where he left off. You know, that's how I took that. You know,
it's just, there's so many things you can do.
Yeah.
Like, you fall in love with this movie, you watch it, Jason Statham could become like a new John Wick.
Jason Statham's physique is nothing like the lineup in Predator.
Okay, we stop. I don't want to have conversations anymore about dudes' physiques.
Or you could pull like another character, like a Jax from Sonny, Sons, shows up, kills Jason Statham, and then like becomes a war. Like anything can happen with this.
Oh yeah.
I hope they progress it.
I want to see more of his crew. That's what I want to see. I want to see more of that. You know what I mean?
Or like they could do a prequel movie, really.
They could do a prequel.
Or like a
not even that far.
People are coming back on the shit they did to try and figure out who killed their son. Because they stepped on a lot of people.
They did.
Like those gangs getting back, maybe?
Well, that could be.
Yeah.
I mean, they could go a lot of different
ways. There's a
with
lot of potential.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
It was good.
But yeah, the whole thing. The plan for the heist crew, why they come out of like hiding, quote unquote, is that they're like, hey, we're gonna do one job and it's gonna set us up for life. Instead of robbing
it's
trucks,
always one more job.
Always. But like they're like, instead of robbing
instead
of robbing these trucks, we're gonna rob the depot.
Well, it's
because it's Black Friday.
Yeah.
And all the money's gonna be there. They've got an inside man, right? They got an inside man, which, you know, it's not like, I don't want to say it's crazy predictable, but like
it was predictable.
You knew somebody. You didn't know exactly who.
You didn't know who it was, and they made it seem like it was other people.
Yeah.
But the one, it was too much of a red herring. Like a couple of us, like that would be too obvious of a choice.
I said who it was early, but I did think toward the end that it could have been the manager. Because he did try to get him off the street a couple times.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh.
Well, that or like
wrong.
the guy who owned the company. At one point, I thought it might have been him. Yeah. Like, all right, because like I mean, a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times, the one who's like overly friendly and affectionate, who you just
you're like rich white man is the bad guy.
I mean, it could have been
followed a rich white man.
Listen, I thought it could have been Josh Hartnett's character.
I think that was the red herring.
It was too much.
That would have been too obvious.
But here's originally I just thought like. The one like gripe I would say I have about this movie is when H first gets hired and he gets introduced to like all the guards and the whole like the cheesy like everybody's got a nickname and they're like bullying him, they're like hazing him a little bit. And I was like, this is kind of. But
it
like,
might actually be like that.
But I said to Courtney, I said, hey, I wonder if that environment is actually like that.
Weird.
You got all these like I don't want to say fake tough guys, but people that like. You know, they carry guns and, whatever. They're not cops, but they...
Top flight security in the world, Craig.
Yeah, so yeah, it just... I mean, he played this... He's playing this, like... You get introduced him and he's like a tough guy. Mm-hmm. And then when the first, like, armored truck heist goes down, he loses his shit.
I love that scene.
Yeah.
When he killed... I
was like...
What's his name? The rapper.
I don't know. What? A rapper? There's no rapper in this movie, right?
No, there is definitely the main guy. He sings White Iverson. Post Malone.
Post Malone.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Dude, I totally forgot he was in that.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Post Malone.
Like that scene where they kill him. Awesome.
Yeah. But so.
Yeah.
But
well,
that takes me to like he's introduced as a tough. He's like playing tough guy. He's actually kind of a punk, but his arc. When you get back now to the final shootout,
redeem him,
he gets to, and Courtney and I talked about this too. This was like something that she said. It was like he was inspired by Jason Statham's character to like stand up for himself in his job and like have some pride. Like I liked his arc, and spoiler alert on this as well. But like I wanted more of the other guards to survive. Like some of the supporting guards, like I liked them. The woman particularly, like it just. I wanted
a little bit.
Didn't Hartnett die?
Yeah. Because remember, like, what's his face? The actual traitor.
Everyone died by him, right?
Everyone died by Jason Statham. So the actual traitor is like they call him Boy Sweat Dave. That's Josh Hartnett's character, Boy Sweat Dave, and then the traitor's name is Bullet. He's like, Boy Sweat, come on out. It's Bullet. Come on, it's okay. Josh Hartnett, and you can see he's still kind of like a little timid. He steps out, kills him. And it's like. damn.
Yeah.
Like
it helps though.
It does. No,
it
does. But like, I like that some of them were like, oh no, they start like gearing up and like they're trying to help. They want to defend their you know. It's that final shootout has to be the best on-screen shootout I've seen since The Town. No, since The Town.
The Town.
The Town was a good movie.
Yeah.
The Town and Heat actually remind me. That shootout reminds me a lot of each other
because they're amazing. Like the shootouts. Heat, The Town, and now that shootout. I mean, to the point where when Jason Statham is letting loose with that rifle, you see, like, he's got to control you see the casings ejecting from the gun. It's so realistic. That's my kind of pet peeves with shootouts. When like these directors, they just kind of take the cheap route. They put a little flash at the end of the barrel, and it doesn't look like it's actually being shot. I hate that. And they did that shootout unbelievable.
It was great. And I just loved, like, it escalated so quickly. It went from, you know, when they first, you know, they had...
Go stealth. It's like, be as quiet as you can.
Yes.
And then, boom.
And I love the way, I mean, and I've seen other movies do this, but I love the way that they, like, explained their plan as it was unfolding. So, like, it was like, okay, step one, you know, and then step two, you know.
The crane lifting the truck, I thought that was awesome.
That was so cool because, you know, in the beginning, like, he was like, put it in reverse, and they didn't show, like I thought he was going to back up. I mean, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
And I love, and
it makes you think, oh my God, is he in on it?
Yeah.
And he gets killed. Like, oh, probably not.
But it was perfect, like, filmmaking, because I had forgotten about that part until they bring the crane around and lift it up. I'm like, oh, right.
Yeah.
Like,
listen, I know.
I mean, he tied it all up so well.
I know Lock, Stock, and Snatch are classics, right?
Yeah. I mean, you know, I love Lock, Stock.
No, exactly. But I would venture to say this might be his best movie.
Okay.
I haven't seen Lock, Stock, or Snatch in a while. It's been a while.
Dude, I still
easily his top three movies. I think
I would give you that. I would put this like. I mean, I think
I like The Gentleman better.
Top three. I'm talking this, The Gentleman, and either Lock, Stock, or Snatch.
Snatch, I think is better in my opinion. But just because Brad Pitt's amazing.
You like Dags? Yeah. Dags. You like Dags?
Yeah.
That accent was
pretty good.
Look, I think most people, not to go off on a tangent, I think most people would agree with you that Snatch is a better movie. I'm partial to Lock, Stock.
But you probably saw Lock, Stock, and Barrel first.
I don't remember.
I
know Chaz showed us.
None of us did. No one I know did. They saw it after.
Yeah. Lock, Stock was one of the ones that, like, I literally, it's one of, I think, maybe two movies where I literally fell out of my chair laughing so hard.
Yeah.
You know, but anyhow, but yeah, I would agree that this was like, this is up there for him. You know, this blows way past like the Sherlock Holmes movies and a lot of other stuff that he's done.
Although I love Sherlock Holmes.
It was great. No, I'm not saying they're bad. I just think this is like
Sherlock's up there.
Better.
Yeah. I don't know how I would say that. The first Sherlock Holmes, I think, might be Guy Ritchie's best movie.
Really?
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. did a great job.
Speaking of, like, describing it as it happened, like, watching him tell himself how he's going to beat this guy in a fight.
Yeah. 2 seconds till, 3 seconds till.
Yeah.
And then the magic that they fit, whatever. We'll do that at a different time.
He's done a lot of good movies.
He has, yeah.
Okay, scores. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
You guys ready?
Go see the movie.
Please
go see Wrath of Man.
Support the theaters. Go see this movie. It is
go to AMC, bro.
It is worth it to see this on the screen. My score for this movie, 8.7.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, 8.7.
I was going to go 8.2.
Okay.
Just because I'd watched 40-Year-Old Virgin before I watched this, and it's tough.
It's hard to compare comedy, action, totally different. Yeah.
See, this one, I don't know that I'm going to watch it every time it's on. I don't think I would watch it every time.
Well, that's in the 9s.
Yeah, and that's what I'm just like, definitely recommend.
Yeah. Think about it hard.
Yeah. I'm going to go 8.4.
Okay. Sweet.
So we're all pretty close there.
Like, great movie.
Yeah.
Definitely, I mean, absolutely worth seeing. I would absolutely watch it again. You know,
and it helps that it came in a time where all movies seem to suck.
But here's
for some reason.
I was thinking about, that's because most of the stuff that Hollywood puts out is just recycled garbage. Or it's rushed or it's recycled garbage. But I think even if this movie would have come out in a weekend with other big blockbusters, it still would have held up. I don't think this is like a, we're weighting it or handicapping it because there's not much to compare.
No shot, bro.
I honestly I think this one holds up against other fantastic heist movies.
If I'm, first of all, I'm mentioning it in the same conversation as Heat and The Town, which are two of my favorite movies. Second, I think if I see this in the same weekend as Black Widow, which I'm anticipating enjoying very much, the movie stands on its own. Yeah. It's a great movie.
It is directly up your alley, though. I will say that.
That's fair.
Yeah, I would take the Heat and the Town over this, but I'd probably take the Heat over the Town too. Honestly.
What? Ooh, the Heat over the Town, huh?
I think so.
Heat. Wait, or the?
Can you just say Heat?
Whatever it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Because Heat, two totally different movies.
Heat.
They're both hilarious.
Heat better than Town.
The Heat's hilarious.
Heat is not.
Heat is not a comedy.
I laughed.
Stop it. What?
The whole time.
That was fuck off.
Heat.
You know what he told me last week? Did you see what he said?
I mean, I watched the show, but he said a lot.
He said the Italian Job is better than Heat.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
No.
I still agree with myself on that.
well,
I agree with what I said last week.
I'm so smart.
Yeah.
All needs validation.
So as far as heist movies go, I agree with you that Heat is better than The Town, but I might even put this above The Town. Okay. I don't know that I'm going to say it's as good as Heat, but one of the things that I liked about this, from the heist aspect of it, like looking at a heist movie, I've never seen one told from the perspective of the armored trucks. Like, there's plenty of movies where armored trucks get robbed. I mean, in Heat, they take our armored truck at the beginning. In the town, you see people rob a bank, or you see this get robbed, or that, or a stadium, or whatever. Yeah. It was just interesting to me to, see it told from that perspective.
What's the movie with 50 Cent? Where they rob armored trucks?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about. Where he brings his daughter in, it's a bunch of dudes in the gym.
Oh, Den of Thieves.
I thought the shootout in that movie was amazing too.
You should.
Yes.
Because Gerard Butler, Pablo Schreiber, 50
really
Cent.
Like that movie.
Dude, this end shootout, there's a good one. There are good ones, but the end, dude, Gerard Butler, he is letting loose with a scar, from and
almost got to shoot one.
Dude, I mean, it was
let's do
you see shooting in these cars, in between the, and it felt like this where it was the shells are, and it's gook, 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 and you feel it. I saw that in theaters too.
Do it 3 to keep on best.
The Heat.
Stop
Heat.
Heat.
Or
Heat. Whatever it is.
But from a shootout perspective, now that I think about it, you know what had a really good one? Not a quality movie, but a fantastic shootout at the end was 3,000 Miles to Graceland.
I don't remember.
Remember when he's hanging from the
What's
thing?
wrong with that movie?
I mean, I don't hate it. I don't think it's I don't think it's on Heat's level, but But my point, we're just thinking about awesome heist movies with a killer shootout.
The problem is if we put those three against Wrath of Man.
No, we're not saying Wrath of Man. We got to think of a fourth.
A fourth, okay.
Because Wrath of Man's too new.
Too new.
You're talking about 4 heist movies.
Dude, well, it's not a heist movie. There are some intense shootouts in Miami Vice.
That loses. That goes.
100%.
Yeah, that would lose.
I don't disagree.
I haven't even seen the other one, but that would lose.
I don't disagree, but respect the shootouts in that movie.
No facts.
Okay. Also, Michael Mann.
We'll figure the fourth one out.
So
let's figure the fourth one out and maybe make that a 3.
We'll hash it out. Maybe next week.
Yeah.
Maybe next week. All right. Okay. So that's it. Wrapped it up. We
3 good movies. I was excited this week.
It was a great.
Yeah. It's been a tough run, man. These movies have not been great.
Wrath of Man.
8.7, 8.2, 8.4. All you gotta go see this movie. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, one more thing to do.
We're gonna name some movies.
All right, and it's kind of funny because the name she gave me is somebody we've referenced heavily in this episode.
Seth Rogen.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
You want me to take a guess?
Take a guess.
Somebody we've referenced heavily.
Josh Hartnett.
Nope.
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston. I tell you, you're gonna win.
Well,
that's my girl. Look, Jennifer, if you're watching, I love you.
Yeah,
that's been my ever since the first episode of Friends. That
was Courtney.
She's been my biggest celebrity crush.
Courtney's suggestion.
Love me some Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, it must be all that Aveeno and Smart Water, but it's working.
Everyone loves it.
Yeah. I mean, that's why when girls try to compare this, you can't compare yourself to Jennifer Aniston.
No.
She's not human. She's not immortal.
I'm a Lopez fan myself. We're going Jennifer.
We're going Jennifer.
If we're talking Jennifers,
are we gonna do it?
Going Lopez.
Yeah. Not Love Hewitt.
Yeah.
Not Jason Lee.
Yeah,
those two don't even
compare.
Excuse us for being let's be real. Okay, since you won the last time you were here, you get to go first.
You go first?
I don't either. So go.
Bruce Almighty.
Okay.
Horrible Bosses.
I'm going to go The Breakup.
That's a good one.
Herbert, dude, he's so fun. When he's playing Madden online against a little kid, and he's like, It's not me. It's not me. It's these little virtual guys out here doing all that.
We're gonna do Jack, right? Obviously, pour this up while we're waiting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we can do Jack. That's fine. Adam's already drinking Jack.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, if it's good enough for Sinatra, it's good enough for me.
There you go. There you go. All right, go.
Jennifer Aniston. Okay.
Oh no.
No. The movie's in my head. What's it called? Dumpling. The new. It's a Netflix movie. Okay, welcome back.
I don't think that's a movie.
No, I swear she did one.
Okay.
It was about like a fat girl who got into a beauty pageant.
I've not. Okay.
Okay, wait. Okay, forget that. All right, he's just not that into you.
Darn. That was gonna be one of my sleepers.
That was.
I have to drink for that.
Darn is not a bad word.
Chris, your go.
Horrible Bosses 2.
She does come back. Yeah.
You're darn right she does.
Yeah. Yes, she does. Horrible. 2. We're the Millers.
No way. Not the one we talked about today.
Yeah, dude. I'm taking the easy. I'm low hanging fruit right now.
Low hanging fruit.
You know what I mean?
I mean, take what you get, you know.
Jaffield.
Hey, Jaffield. I haven't heard that one.
There's a movie called The Good Girl.
I think it's just. Yeah, I'll take it.
I think.
Oh, I can't say the heat.
No, because you're disrespecting my fucking movie.
But and to be fair, that one's like right there.
I can't see it.
He's doing it on purpose. Okay.
I am not. Heat.
I know some of these words.
Yeah.
I know some of these words.
Your turn.
Bounty Hunter.
The Bounty Hunter.
That's what I said. The Bounty Hunter. The Heat.
That's her and Gerard.
Jay Butler.
G Butts.
G Butts.
Yeah, G, not J.
Okay. Jennifer. Cake.
Yeah, I was thinking about that one. What all has she done?
A lot. I think a lot, but I don't know. Like, I mean, just you could almost take a guess at like any romantic comedy.
Office Space.
Oh, fuck. Yes, dude.
Thank you for
Do
that.
I not have enough flair?
You're wearing the 15 minimum.
Yeah.
If you want me to wear more, just increase the minimum.
Oh man,
we want you to express yourself. This is how I express myself.
It's like leave a penny, take a penny.
Yeah.
That cancer kids.
So you're taking money that's not yours. Yes. So you're stealing it. No. But it belongs to you. No. But you're taking it. Yeah. How's that not stealing?
I'm gonna go ahead and say Office Christmas Party.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember her being in that, but that's fine.
It is so good.
No, it's good.
She tells a 6-year-old to go F herself, like point blank, and then gives her the middle finger. It was very.
There's your flair.
Yeah. Leprechaun.
Dude, that was my sleeper.
Oh.
Damn it.
I don't know how you spell that. I'm guessing.
Okay. Well, I'm
He's out.
I'll do a shot.
No. We'll save it. It's all good.
I'm gonna go Dumpling. I swear that's the name of the movie. If it's not, you can call me on it.
I'll take it. But then you have to take mine. I'm gonna say Valentine's Day.
There's so many people in that movie. God, I'm not gonna dispute.
She had to show up, right? Oh darn it! Now I have a bunch of them.
I have like 2 right here on the tip of my tongue, and her like. Shit. I know. No, stop. Let me think for a second. Let me think.
Shot the drink.
I know. Let me think though. What's the one? Because I can't even throw hints out there because I know you guys. Oh no!
Throw the hint out there.
No.
How's it? Like, what's it about?
Stop.
Who else is in it?
Is she a love interest in this movie?
Does she play a waitress?
In both of them, yes.
No way.
Oh no, man! All right, count me down, bro, because I can't think of the. They're here. They're here. They're literally. You guys might say them.
Bro, yeah, count down.
Count me down. 10.
9. 8.
I can see it, dude. I can
7.
see it.
6.
I can't think of it either.
5. 4. 3.
I'm so mad.
2.
I'm so mad.
1.
Fuck. I'm out. All right, go.
I can't can't think of the one that I have the name of it, but I can't think of what it's called.
Dude, I'm blanking.
Oh, what?
Let's go.
Hey.
I had it.
So you're the last one to name one, so you're up right now.
Who's up?
You are, because you're the last one to say one. You said, well, we gotta, actually.
I'm not. He's up.
Yeah, okay, you can try.
I'm saying he's up as in, if you don't have one, he wins. Yeah.
She has to be in that, so don't worry about it. Don't even look it up. It's okay.
No, I'm looking it up. It is Dumpling, by the way.
Oh, good for you.
It's Dumpling with an apostrophe.
That's what I said, Dumpling.
I'll take it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say dumpling.
I cannot believe I didn't get that title.
What the heck is this movie called?
What was the one?
Oh, hang on. Oh my god, one just came to me. It's
I'll count them down.
Wait a minute, hold up. Because
It's in there, don't worry.
No.
Yeah, she's uncredited.
No. She is not in Valentine's Day.
Nah, come on. Check that out.
She's not in it.
There's one that's like it's like her.
I'm really mad about.
Hold on.
Is there another holiday that just?
New Year's Eve.
No. Just passed.
Groundhog's Day.
No. It literally just passed.
St. Patrick's Day.
Everybody's got one.
The birthday?
We're in May, right? We're in May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo.
May Day.
Jesus fucking Christ, man, you guys.
You need to drink.
Star Wars Day.
Maybe if you fucking like, can you come on?
Everyone
it was
has
literally
one.
last weekend.
Everyone has one. Hurts my feelings.
Because if you don't get one, you're out. And he was.
Oh. Is there my holiday that was last weekend?
All right. She was in a movie called like Perfect something. Picture Perfect. Picture Perfect is the name of it.
Let's see. Hold on a minute.
It's going to be early, like mid-90s. I think it was her and Steve Zahn.
I know it was something like that.
It's Picture Perfect, right?
Oh, no,
I'm saying that's my guess.
Yes, Picture Perfect. Okay. Yep. So even though Chris already lost.
No way. I got 3 in my head right now. It's perfect. Oh man, I don't know what it's called. I'm never gonna get it.
Okay, so it's Mother's Day.
The fake proposal.
It's Mother's Day. It's not Valentine's Day.
You said everyone gets it. How's it not?
I said everyone has one. Everyone has a mother.
No.
If you're born, you have a mother.
Had.
Whatever. I was thinking of.
What is a fake proposal?
I don't know.
False engagement. Him and Adam Sandler in fucking Hawaii.
It's called.
I know what you're talking about.
Just go with it.
Darn it.
Just go with it.
That's the one I couldn't think of.
Yeah, that's one I couldn't think of.
That one, and then
I felt your energy, and then it popped in my head, and I couldn't think of it.
and then Murder Mystery was the other Adam Sandler one.
That
she
was
was in
Netflix movie.
But you want to hear some of the ones we fucking forgot?
Sure.
Was she a wedding singer? No, that's Drew
Barrymore.
Wanderlust, which I love. Her and Paul Rudd.
Yes, we talked. John talked about that this morning when he was in the mirror, like, "You're gonna get this dick.
You gonna take that dick?"
I
mean,
do you like my erection selection? What do you think, Eva? Yeah? You gonna take it? You gonna take that dick? You gonna take that dick, huh? I'm gonna pop off a piece of my dick.
Adam and I, not me and you, me and Blackwell, oh my god, we say it anytime we're playing Call of Duty, it's at least referenced one time.
Darn it, Wanderlust.
Marley and Me.
Yes.
Yep. Derailed, serious. Along Came Polly, bro. Can you
Dude, we forgot Along Came Polly.
That shit. The Good Girl, Rockstar, Iron Giant. I forgot she was in that.
I forgot about that.
Voice
Office
character.
Space. Yeah, I mean we hit a good amount of them.
For females, she's gonna do as good as most females will do on this list. Unfortunately. Honestly, I don't mean to be rude.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
I can't believe it.
All right, let's take a shot for
let's do it.
For our shame.
Yeah,
you win again.
You win again. We suck again.
No wiener.
Cheers. Next week we will be doing another brand new movie, Those Who Wish Me Dead. Starring Angelina Jolie, John Bernthal, some other people. And we're also going to throw one back out of the furnace from 2013. Christian Bale, Woody Harrelson, some other peeps. Not going to do a Movie Kombat. We might be named their movies. I may try to get a 3 to keep in. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's definitely 2 official reviews, and then either a 3 to keep or another name their movie. So
we got to think of a good shoot 'em up to go with the other 3.
Yeah, we got to find one of those.
That'll be fun.
If you have any suggestions, leave it in the comments, people.
Shoot 'em at us.
We need a... Anyway. All right, episode 37.
Real talk for real movies, y'all will listen. Real life on real hype, you feel different. Underrated, appreciated, or barely made it. You let us know at Law Bay, yeah, you really hate it. And Chris was like, in the past, he thought it going better. And like Jess, it didn't show up, and we don't let up. It's real talk, no theoretical, though it ain't invisible, man. It's so dependable, damn. You can't see him if it's dark or bright. Ask Chris with his Miller Lite. What blockbuster is so good, right? Candyman or Tony Dodd or Holy God. I mean the devil all the time, or release the lie. Apocalypto, go against the grain like your boy Adam, who drink Jack like Jungle Ann and Nick Mullins. Educators, tell us what you know about him. Is it bad or good like Peanut Butter Falcon? Special guests like Danny D and Dave Arnold. Let us look to the future event horizon. In real life, the movie will never stop. Until it does, we drop and there's no getting up. Until then, subscribe and they let you know the tops. Only way to know for sure is to watch. So shut up and drink your pops, your soda and corn pops, and listen to the real life movie talk. Movie talk. I'm isolated like the lady in black, and I seek revenge for these movies that whack.